The Galactic Empire, an advanced and ruthless interstellar power, had ruled countless systems for centuries. Their influence stretched across vast regions of space, and their might was feared by all. They demanded tribute from every planet, whether they were allied or not. Any resistance to their demands was crushed without mercy. Earth, a small blue planet on the edge of the known universe, had never been particularly important to the Empire. In fact, for years, Earth had been left in peace, largely ignored by the Imperial forces. But as the Empire's hunger for power grew, they turned their eyes toward Earth. It was time to collect tribute. The Empire's emissary, a towering alien warlord known as Vrax, sent a formal message to Earth's leaders. "The Galactic Empire demands your tribute," the message began, its tone cold and unyielding. "Failure to comply will result in your annihilation. Prepare to send your riches or your planet will pay the price." The leaders of Earth, knowing the power of the Empire, feared the worst. They held a summit in the United Nations, where leaders from around the world gathered to discuss their response. Some suggested surrender, offering what little they had to avoid the wrath of the Empire. Others wanted to fight, but they knew they were no match for the Empire's vast fleet. But then, a surprising voice spoke up. General Ethan Pierce, an experienced military commander, stood before the assembly. His words carried weight, and his resolve was unshakable. "Tribute?" he said, his voice firm. "We will not pay tribute. We will not cower before them. Earth will not kneel." His words ignited a spark within the hearts of the leaders. They had been beaten down for too long, pushed around by forces beyond their control. It was time to stand up. General Pierce's plan was simple yet audacious. He had studied the Empire's tactics, their strategies, their weaknesses, and he had come up with a plan that no one had expected. Earth would send a tribute of its own, but it wouldn't be gold, jewels, or resources. It would be something far more dangerous. Earth would send warships. Not just any warships. Pierce had already begun the construction of a fleet hidden beneath the surface of the planet, far from the Empire's prying eyes. It wasn't just a fleet, it was a statement. 500,000 warships, all ready to fight, all ready to show the Galactic Empire that Earth was not to be underestimated. The ships were equipped with advanced weaponry, some of which even surpassed the technology of the Empire. The day the fleet was ready, Earth's response was broadcast to the entire galaxy. A message from General Pierce himself. "To the Galactic Empire, we hear your demands. We have prepared our tribute. You will find it in orbit above your closest star system. But know this, Earth does not kneel. Earth does not submit. And Earth does not surrender. We will defend our home, and if you choose to take anything from us, you will have to fight for it." The Empire, at first, believed it to be a bluff. No planet in the galaxy had ever dared to stand against them in such a way. They scoffed at the message, thinking it was nothing more than a feeble attempt to delay the inevitable. But as the Empire's fleet approached Earth's location, they quickly realized they had made a grave mistake. They arrived to find a formidable force waiting for them. 500,000 warships, the largest fleet ever assembled by any planet, sat in the vastness of space, gleaming with deadly power. Each ship was heavily armored and armed with weapons that could tear through the strongest defenses in the galaxy. Earth's forces were led by General Pierce himself, aboard a massive flagship that dwarfed even the Empire's most formidable cruisers. The Empire's fleet halted in space, their commanders stunned. The sight of so many ships, all ready for battle, was something they had never encountered. Vrax, the Empire's warlord, was not easily intimidated, but even he could feel a sense of doubt creeping into his mind. He had expected Earth to crumble, to beg for mercy. Instead, they had come to fight. A tense silence filled the void of space. For a moment, nothing happened. Then General Pierce's voice rang out across the comms. "This is your last warning, Empire. Leave our system or face the consequences." Vrax hesitated. He had never been one to back down from a fight, but he had also never faced an enemy like this before. The strength of the Empire lay in its numbers, its technology, and its overwhelming force. But Earth had something that the Empire had never understood, the will to fight. With a roar of anger, Vrax gave the order to attack. The Empire's fleet surged forward, their weapons charging, eager to destroy the defiant humans who dared to challenge their might. The battle that ensued was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Earth's warships engaged with precision, using their superior tactics and advanced technology to outmaneuver the Empire's ships. For every Empire vessel that fell, another took its place, but Earth's forces kept pushing forward. The battle raged for hours, and it quickly became clear that the Empire's forces were not prepared for the level of resistance they were facing. As the battle wore on, Vrax realized that the fight was not going in his favor. Earth's fleet was relentless, and their tactics were like nothing he had ever encountered. He was used to crushing enemies with sheer force, but the humans fought with ingenuity and resolve. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Vrax made the decision to retreat. He ordered his fleet to withdraw, leaving behind the wreckage of their failed invasion. The humans had won. The Galactic Empire had been defeated. The news of Earth's victory spread like wildfire throughout the galaxy. The Galactic Empire, once thought invincible, had been brought to its knees by a planet that had been considered weak and insignificant. Earth had sent its tribute minus 500,000 warships, and in doing so, had shown the galaxy that it would never bow to anyone. General Pierce stood before his people, looking up at the stars. Earth had won, not with wealth or resources, but with the strength of their spirit. They had proved to the galaxy that no matter how powerful an empire might be, they could never conquer a planet that refused to be conquered. Earth had spoken, and the galaxy had listened.